Lisa from Weird Science. Is she a gorgeous Frankenstein's monster? Maybe a wish-granting genie? Or Pandora unboxed from the computer? Welcome to the first episode of Myths and Movies. Mythology has always been a rich source of inspiration, or theft, depending on how you look at it, for movies. They don't always announce their mythological roots explicitly. Everyone knows Disney's Hercules is a retelling of that legend. Maybe I'll cover those eventually, but today we're diving into something a little weirder. Weird science.
They'll know my
Gary.
name. What?
Nobody likes us. Nobody.
Why are you messing with the fantasy? We know about the reality. Don't ruin the fantasy, okay? And then, we're hip, man. We're popular. We're revered.
Man.
We're studs. When the smoke clears, right? Those two dames fall amazingly, completely, and totally in love with us. Why? Check it out. Yo! Check us out!
Let's pause here. You probably know what's coming next visually. No mythology yet, just the setup for the entire movie. I skipped over Gary's lurid fantasy because, honestly, these guys are just typical high school jerks. Crass and clueless. Gary and Wyatt aren't just unpopular, they're outcasts and targets of bullying. Now, let's hunt for some mythology.
There you have his mad dream. Look! There's nothing to fear. Look. No blood, no decay, just a few stitches. Go on, fix the electrodes. You'll have plenty to be afraid of before the night's over. The storm will be magnificent. All the electrical secrets of heaven. And this time we're ready. Hey, Fritz? Let's have one final test. Throw the switches. Here in this machine, I have discovered the great ray that first brought life into the world. And look, here's the final touch. The brain you stole, Fritz. Think of it. The brain of a dead man, waiting to live again in a body I made with my own hands.
You know, it's not a bad idea.
What?
15 minutes, the storm should be at its height.
Making a girl.
Then we'll be ready. What's that?
Actually making a girl. Just like Frankenstein. Except cuter.
Nobody must come here. Don't touch. I'm sorry, Doctor.
You're serious.
Yes.
Dr. Barlow, I've learned a great deal from you.
Look me in the eyes. Do I look serious?
You're crazy! Crazy, am I? We'll see whether I'm crazy or not.
Gary Wallace, that's...
Frankenstein as the new Prometheus. Instead of clay, he uses biology, reanimated corpses, but it's essentially the same mythic idea. Even though Gary is talking about a girl here, this moment channels the Promethean myth.
Okay, now what?
Should we give her a brain?
Yeah, we can play chess with her.
Chess? Just give her a brain, okay?
Okay, that's, about all we can do with my stuff.
I can't believe this shit.
The computer's assessment of the brain's capabilities is just funny. Clearly, their girl simulation isn't made from the highest quality parts. Yet.
We're in.
We're in trouble, Gary. This is highly illegal.
We need more input. We gotta fill this thing up with data. We gotta make her as real as possible, Wyatt. I want her to live. I want her to breathe. I want her to aerobicize.
Gary moves from wanting a simple simulation to craving a living, breathing woman, or as close as a computer can manage. This need for input parallels mythic gifts. For the movie, it's data. In the myth, it's divine gifts from gods and goddesses. This marks a shift from the Prometheus myth to Pandora's story.
5 all day, all night. We know what you need. Only right here on ATV.
They're feeding physical traits into the scanner, echoing Hesiod's account of Pandora's creation about Pandora's beauty. Check out my full series on Prometheus and Pandora for a deep dive into these myths. Back in the movie, it's not just models' legs and faces, they include Beethoven, Einstein, and David Lee Roth. Musical genius, intellect, and, well, I don't know, maybe rock and roll, rebellion, 80s hair power, whatever it is, it's definitely part of the mix.
Look at this. It's moving, it's working, it's doing itself. It's working by itself.
Here's a fascinating moment. The creation takes on a life of its own beyond the creator's control. Any artist knows that big projects sometimes seem to evolve independently, almost alive in their own right. Did Zeus feel that way about Pandora? When multiple gods contributed their gifts, did he just step back and let the process unfold?
Gary? By the way, why are we wearing bras on our heads?
Ceremonial.
I can't help but laugh at this scene. Anyway, we've moved from a basic simulation to a Frankenstein-esque experiment. But this isn't a lab bench, it's an altar. Literally built on the Life board game, with candles and a shroud. The doll is an offering to whatever has taken over the computer. The ceremonial headwear completes the transformation. They've created a ritual from thin air. They don't have clear reasons. Gary wants ceremony and draws from others he's seen. This is folklore in action, traditions and symbols emerging before their full reasons are understood. Never let symbolic meaning get in the way of a good ceremony. Right now, the symbols are placeholders until meaning catches up. Classic retcon fodder.
She's alive! Alive!
So, what would you little maniacs like to do first?
First, the doll has been consumed. This falls into line with a lot of cultures that had sacrificial offerings. The offering has been accepted. We have the creation of the woman. She appears dressed the same way as the doll, which will have ramifications later. Her first question, asking what they want to do, makes us think about her as maybe subservient to them. Maybe a little bit more of Aladdin's Genie instead of Pandora.
So, did you steal this car?
No, I didn't steal the car.
How'd you get it?
I can get anything I want. And right now I want a party.
Party?
Yeah.
And you better think up a name for me, too.
What name do you want?
You guys created me. You think of a name for me.
How about Lisa?
Why Lisa?
Why not?
He used to like a girl named Lisa.
Oh, yeah? Old girlfriend?
She kicked him in the nuts.
Will you shut up?
Look, Gary, it wasn't your fault. All you said was hello to
Hey,
her.
look, quiet. Shut up!
Hey, guys. I like Lisa. That'll do just fine. Okay, you guys ready to rock?
Lisa flaunts impressive powers, transforming clothes, manipulating license plates, conjuring cars. This reinforces the Genie motif, but Greek gods were all about transformation, one universal power shared among them. Transformations inspired Ovid's Metamorphoses, which is totally different from Kafka's Metamorphosis. One mythic, one existential nightmare about a cockroach. And Lisa's name? The movie's explanation falls flat, but little research into the making of the film turned up this. Lisa is an Apple computer's name, which itself has a naming backstory. Lisa, short for Elizabeth, traces to Hebrew Elisheva, forgive my pronunciation, John the Baptist's mother, and Bathsheba, King David's lover. Its meaning, God's promise or God's bounty, something along those lines. That fits Pandora's theme of divine gifts perfectly. Maybe accidental, but fitting.
Lisa?
Yeah?
I don't think we belong here.
Don't be silly. It's a public place.
Look, I'm sure we'd both love to stay, but we're not 21, so I think we're gonna...
You're 21. You're 21. Well, maybe you'd feel better if you just got out there and mingled.
We don't mingle, okay?
Well, maybe you'd be more comfortable if I invited all these people back to your house and we could all mingle there.
We'll mingle.
Lisa's already breaking rules, changing license plates, speeding, sneaking teens into bars, and getting them drunk. Kids, don't try this at home. She's chaos incarnate, ignoring society's rules and unleashing disruption. She fits Pandora as a change bringer. Not evil, but a force that shakes things up, which many see as the same thing.
Gee, where's that girl? First dip, then you wake up. Excuse me, get out of my life. We got it, I know it.
Roy Orbison's Pretty Woman hits just right here. Lisa's beauty is mesmerizing, echoing Pandora's famed allure in Hesiod's myth, further enhanced by Aphrodite teaching her grace and charm. Lisa's beauty, grace, charm make her a presence, a disruption, not just her powers. An intriguing spin on Pandora's jar of evils, but back to the movie.
Lisa, I created you. Why do you insist on doing things I don't want?
Honey Buns, you want a party so badly you could bottle it. I mean, you and Gary, you want friends, you want popularity, you want all that stuff, right?
Well, I thought about it, sure, but...
So I'm giving it to you.
Thank you. Really, thank you, but I don't want it in my house.
If you want to be a party animal, you have to learn to live in the jungle. Now stop worrying and go and get dressed. I'm going to go and pick up Gary. I can't wait to meet his parents.
This brief scene packs in the meaning. Wyatt expects Lisa to be a genie, granting wishes and obeying orders. But Lisa isn't a servant. She's Pandora, the divine woman. She taps into their desires and needs, whether through supernatural insight or the emotional and intellectual templates fed into the computers. This calls back to Hesiod's myth. Hesiod laments Pandora, and women in general, because men can't control her. Pandora represents what humanity, and maybe Gary and Wyatt, needs, not wants. Someone uncontrollable and transformative.
Come on, don't be such an old lady. Everything's cool.
Everything's cool. Everything's cool. Yeah. My dad's gonna castrate me, and my mother almost had like a cardiac arrest. My parents are never gonna let me in the house, and if they do, I'll be glad until I'm 45. But other than that, everything's great. Everything's just really cool. Everything could be better.
So trust me for once, will you? They don't know what happened.
Did you think Gary was acting a little strangely this evening?
Gary? Who's Gary?
After the disastrous parental visit, you can watch it yourselves, Lisa erases their memories. Mom remembers just enough, Dad forgets deeply. This introduces a new power, psychological manipulation. Not out of character for Greek gods. Demeter could introduce endless hunger, Aphrodite made a man lust after his own daughter. Transformation of the mind is as potent as physical metamorphosis in the myth.
Who's the girl with the accent? I thought that this was her party, but
You mean the real sensuous, exotic, sexy, mature, sex symbol type?
Yeah?
She's with us.
She's with you guys?
Come on, Lisa, why not?
Because I belong to Gary and Wyatt.
Belong? What? They make you in the garage with power tools? They own you? Control you? Seriously?
Seriously,
They're toads.
do I look like I'd go out with two toads?
You do. It's true.
I think Gary and Wyatt are going to force everyone to redefine their terms.
And you're completely loyal to them.
I do whatever they say.
Lisa's beauty wields power over men and women alike. Also, ownership and control center both conversations. Not only do Gary and Wyatt say that Lisa's with them to Deb and Hilly, Lisa herself claims she belongs to them to Ian and Max. Again, we're getting shades of Genie, maybe even the show I Dream of Genie. However, this echoes Pandora's myth, given to Epimetheus as a gift, akin to women being property in marriage. Fortunately, the movie draws a clear line between ownership and control. Lisa belongs to the boys, but she controls herself, unleashing chaos at will. This is likely Hesiod's real gripe. Men might own women legally, but never truly control them.
This had better work. This is just a blueprint, okay? Now look. You like it?
Quick moment here. Gary and Wyatt prepare a second Lisa for Max and Ian, their boys. However, they've already adopted the ceremonial headwear, something that appeared much later in their first creation. Lore shifts like this happen all the time. The ritual's meaning remains murky, but clearly expanding, maybe evolving into an initiation rite.
You had to be big shots, didn't you? You had to show off. When are you going to learn people will like you for what you are, not for what you can give them? In your race for power and glory, you forgot one small detail.
We forgot to hook up the doll.
You forgot to hook up the doll.
Instead of Lisa 2.0, they missed the key ritual component, the doll. Not just a ritual sacrifice, it's the physical template for the new creation. Remember that Lisa wore the same clothes as the doll. Now we've got a missile. In the myth, Pandora's template wasn't the clay dolls that became human. Instead, she's shaped after goddesses. But does this missile hold Lisa's intelligence or powers, just trapped in an inanimate form? In this missile, in Dr. Frankenstein's words, alive? Relax, it's just a movie.
You're gonna love this one.
Are they all right?
They're fine. In fact, they're better than fine. They're not aging anymore. See? They're smiling.
Lisa, if any more of his relatives drop by, we'll be upstairs in the bathroom, okay? It's pretty sick, Lisa.
Those guys really need some self-confidence. A challenge. Something that'll bring out their inner strength and courage. I'm so bloody clever.
Now.
Lisa's transformation powers strike again, expanding them to stop aging. Why not? The Greek god's metamorphoses knew no bounds, and neither does she. And again, Lisa is not subservient. She acts independently, helping the boys, but never just handing over what they want. Helping isn't the same as obeying.
I can't believe it. You know, is everyone all right? I just want to know. Everyone's like, this is so exciting. You know, we're heroes. These guys came into your house, and we showed them down. I can't believe this. You know what we did? You and me, we saved all these people, Wyatt. You don't understand that. We're heroes. This could mean a guest shot on Phil Donahue. I don't know, but this is exciting, man.
Gary!
What?
Where the hell did you get that thing?
Squirt gun, man. That's it.
That's my boys.
Another transformation. The harmless squirt gun from the parents' meeting morphs into a real gun. But the real transformation is Gary and Wyatt, and Lisa isn't using her powers. She catalyzed it, but this is their transformation. This echoes Pandora. Prometheus's creations were privileged with the gift of fire, but they were incomplete and untested. Pandora, with her jar and her presence, transforms humanity. Lisa embodies the transformative process and presence that sparks Gary and Wyatt's growth.
That's better.
Would you please turn me back to normal, please? I haven't done anything to you.
No, but you've done plenty to your brother.
Like what?
Well, let me see. You've nagged him, harassed him, suppressed him, kept him in fear of you, extorted money from him.
It's done out of love.
Just for that, I ought to give you a set of elephant balls. Give me your word that you'll leave Wyatt and Gary alone, and I'll change you back.
Oh, all right. Shake on it, huh?
No, thanks. I'd rather not.
Wait, where are you going?
Well, I have to go and get changed.
What about me?
What about you? You'll be fine. It just takes a little while for the effect to wear off, okay?
Disgusting and direct, Lisa owns her transformation power here, turning Chet into a monster. Unlike her earlier subtle moves, this one is blatant and unapologetic. She warns the change takes time to wear off, but does it? Everything else happened instantly. This is probably just wanting to torment Chet a little bit longer, perhaps so he also has a mental transformation.
Lisa.
Bye.
As Lisa departs, she resets everything. Furniture flies back, the missile vanishes, Chet returns to a somewhat human form. This reset is like hitting pause and rewind, erasing the weekend's chaos. Hopefully, Gary's parents' amnesia and Wyatt's grandparents' revival are sorted out too. Details. Everything returns to status quo, except for Gary and Wyatt, forever changed. This mirrors Pandora's role, evolving humanity from Prometheus's crude creations to something greater through divine gifts.
Okay. Drop and give me 20.
She's alive.
Weird science.
Lisa's gone, but not really gone. She's out there bringing chaos and transformation elsewhere. Wouldn't it have been great to see a scene where Gary and Wyatt meet the new Shermer High School gym teacher? And that's a wrap. I'm not grading on mythological accuracy. Most movies miss the mark there. But on getting engagement with mythology. Weird Science tries hard to convince us Lisa is a digital, wish-granting genie. Both she and the boys talk ownership and control like I Dream of Genie. But it's smoke and mirrors. Lisa is never subservient. If she grants wishes, it's because she chooses to indulge, not because she's ordered to. Mostly she nudges the boys into actions she wants. Bar outings, the party, rides, she calls the shots. So Lisa isn't the genie of the electronic lamp. From the start, Frankenstein and Prometheus callbacks are obvious. Lisa's collaborative creation fits the Pandora myth perfectly. Pandora's power may not have been explicitly transformation, but her divine gifts were specifically there. Lisa shares beauty, intelligence, charm, deception, and more. The movie didn't set out to retell Pandora's story, but I give it an A for how deeply it engaged with the myth. Hope you enjoyed this premiere episode of Myths and Movies. Drop a comment about other movies you think hide mythology inside. Even if you're not sure. Like Weird Science, sometimes the myth is buried deep. I'll see you next time on Tantalizing Myths, maybe at the movies.